Did you know some of history's worst dictators didn't start with armies, but with street gangs? That's not just a historical fact, it's a warning. Welcome to Lesson 6 of Timothy Snyder's On Tyranny. Be wary of paramilitaries, because when government-sanctioned violence goes unofficial, democracy is in danger. Here's what Snyder means. When a leader allows unofficial armed groups to do the dirty work to intimidate opponents, silence critics, and crush protests, that's not law and order. That's the collapse of it. Paramilitaries are armed groups that act like law enforcement, but without the legal oversight or accountability. They don't serve justice. They serve power. Let's talk receipts. Nazi Germany had the brown shirts, violent street thugs who beat up political enemies and helped Hitler rise to power. In Mussolini's Italy, he had the black shirts. They didn't wear uniforms for fashion. They wore them to signal loyalty to a man, not a country. They created fear, they normalized violence, and they paved the way for dictatorship. Now let's look at the present. There are armed groups patrolling U.S. cities, sometimes claiming to protect monuments or support election integrity. They're not law enforcement. They wear tactical gear, they carry rifles, and they call themselves patriots. Fuck no. But they don't answer to the Constitution. And when political leaders wink, nod, or even directly encourage these groups, they're borrowing a playbook from the darkest chapters of history. You remember Charlottesville in 2017? Or January 6, 2021? These weren't just protests gone wrong. They were paramilitary-style actions. Men in tactical gear, holding zip ties, formation movements, radio communications. Not spontaneous, not peaceful. And now in 2025, we're seeing even more of this. Groups marching in masks, carrying shields, flying symbols of hate. They're being treated like volunteers, like helpers. That's not patriotism. That's coercion with a smile. If a government tolerates, or worse, partners with paramilitaries, it's outsourcing violence. That makes you less safe. It means law doesn't protect everyone equally. It's a test. Will we accept violence in place of policy? Will we cheer for men with guns instead of men with ideas? So what can we do? Snyder says, refuse the paramilitarization of civic life. Call out politicians who cozy up to armed extremists. Film and document any intimidation at protests, and educate others. I'm trying to do my part here. Defend the institutions that separate police from politics and violence from governance. Because when armed gangs replace accountability, democracy doesn't survive. Paramilitaries don't protect democracy. They destroy it. Lesson 6 is simple. Be wary of paramilitaries. Be brave enough to say no. If you've learned something, share this video. If you're worried, good. That means you're paying attention. Democracy isn't defended by silence. It's defended by courage. See you next time.